Hi, we're here at Moreland Connect for an exit interview with Anthony Dolata, an intern for us this summer who is sadly leaving. Anthony, I guess first tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Yeah, so my name's Anthony Dolata. I'm about to be a junior at Indiana University, and I'm majoring in data science with a minor in business. I was able to work as an intern this summer for Moreland, and I focus most of my time with generative AI and some animation videos.
Yeah, and I would say that this project I loved. I've been a big fan of some of these content creators online, Enigmatic and Inner Reflection, and I think especially in the art world, there's huge pushback on the use of generative AI, and rightfully so in many cases. But I think the way we applied it, it was when you watch the workflows and when you implement the workflows, there's definitely still room for like an artistic interpretation, and there's certain artistry in it. So I guess without stealing your thunder, I guess you could show us some of the projects and output you've worked on.
Yeah, so I started off with just Stable Diffusion along with some of the other employees at Moreland, and then we got into Comfy UI, which is wrapped around Stable Diffusion. We started from text to image, then image to image, and then text to video, and then video to video. And then this was part of my final part of the project where we took one of the guys at Moreland. He was running through some drywall, and I wanted to animate that. So,
and to give some context here, a lot of our partners and customers already know we do a lot of pranks and have a lot of fun around the office. Long story short, one of the key pranksters is John Lurtz, a partner here, and he had gone away for vacation, and the guys took it upon themselves to prank him in return by drywalling his office shut. So he came back to work, and his office was gone. It looked like a hallway, and then we had Mitch run through the wall. So big picture was the idea that we have all these cool, funny videos of our office life and culture. Let's take one, animate it, inspired by some of these Gen AI workflows we've admired online, and create kind of like an ad. And the catchphrase here would be, here at Moreland, we run through walls for you.
Yeah, so I'll just show you what we got originally. I'll explain the whole workflow a little bit later because it's a little complex, but a lot of the office is pretty animated, and then you get to see Mitch run through the wall. I did get to see and experience other animations, so I was feeling a little patriotic for the Olympics. I got a bald eagle running through the Eiffel Tower, the United States flag. And then the guys here also love Paul Skeens, so it's a pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and I wanted to get a fastball with fire around it to show for everyone. So those are probably my three biggest projects here.
Yep. And was it painful for you to feed into the Pittsburgh Pirates as a Cleveland fan?
A little bit. From Cleveland, we don't really like Pittsburgh too much. So
fair enough. So as you're working with this technology, I say, were there any surprise challenges that popped up, and how did you address those?
Yeah, I'd say especially with the outputs, a lot of the AI likes to morph like one character into another, so the output is just kind of messy. So you really had to really get specific with these like text prompts right here and all that. Also, you have to add in something called ControlNet, which we'll get to a little bit later, but it basically just outlines the person itself, the background, and everything else.
Awesome. And from the start of the summer to the end of the summer, how much better did you get at utilizing all these various nodes? Because it looks like to the untrained eye looking at this, and just when I would come over and watch you guys, it just looks like you're a mad scientist, like with all these different nodes and modules within the workflow.
Yeah. Well, I was like everyone else when I first started. I really had no clue what was going on with this, so it took probably a month or two to figure out. This last month I've just been playing around with new models and all that, but there's a lot of YouTubers out there that do content creation like this that helped and explained a lot of these nodes, and really just have to do your research a little bit and you'll get right up there real quickly.
I think that's a really cool part of that niche of generative AI is the openness from the content creators in the community. I mean, people are all kind of sharing their experiences and experimenting together, and there's just a wealth of knowledge to get started. Where do you think this goes in the future?
As we said a little bit, I think that this could be huge for content creation like this. Like, I mean, YouTubers, even like Reels or TikTok or something like that. Like what I did, animation, a lot of guys can make videos like this. But I feel like generative AI could also go towards just like helpful business models, you know.
Are you going to stick with it when you go back to school?
Yeah, I'll stick with it. Keep researching.
You'll have to RDP into our server with the good GPUs, though.
Yeah.
So changing gears a little bit, we have going back to our workplace culture. We do the Moreland Hot Pepper Challenge. Can you share some of your experiences with that?
That was probably the worst 15 minutes of my life. I'll actually never forget it, but I mean, that was the hottest thing I've ever eaten. I mean, it was awful but fun at the same time. I actually ended up throwing up, which was not too fun, but you know, I remember it forever, so I'm glad I got to experience it.
Well, we loved having you this summer, and we hope to have you back and would love to work with you in the future. Hopefully more hot pepper challenges on the horizon for us all.
Might have to.
We're continuing to move the generative AI needle forward. So awesome work, and we'll be following up with another video, kind of a deep technical dive into some of the work output that you showed on screen.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Anthony.